Hey, good morning, my friends. It's so good to be able to spend a little bit of time with you. Well, it's Thursday, which means for us it is time to have some Thankful Thursday here on Something with Spencer. Of course, we broadcast Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m., and every day we do something different, thus Something with Spencer. So on Thursdays, we do Thankful Thursday, where we are reminding ourselves to be thankful for something. And we talk about all kinds of different topics, different ways to think about Thanksgiving. And I don't mean the turkey side, I mean a life of Thanksgiving. On how do we continue to be thankful in all circumstances all the time. And so today I want to start with this really simple thought, and that is when troubles hit our lives, we usually can find out who, or when troubles happen to other people's lives, we can usually find out who the pessimists are and who the optimists are. So, all the optimists, I need you to like or love this video, comment on it, and share it with something happy to say. And for all the pessimists, I need you to like it. I know it's hard to do, but it's probably going to be okay. So like it and comment on it, and then share it out anyway. Even though you may not feel like it, even though you may think it's not going to make any difference or do anything good, you still can like it and comment on and share it. That's how things go. Of course, that's a joke. But, when troubles hit life, you really can usually tell who the pessimists are and who the optimists are, although not always. I don't think it's two very clean, neat categories. You can put yourself in the pessimist side or the optimist side. Maybe you can put in the comment section below, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Tell me, are you a pessimist or an optimist? I would love to hear it. But again, two tanks, it doesn't always fit into those nicely and neatly. Pessimists often are grumpy. Optimists often are happy. However, I do think there's such a thing as a happy pessimist and a grumpy optimist. I've met a lot of people over the years who will say, I know it's going to work out, but I'm just irritable about it. That would be an optimist that says, I know it's going to turn out for good. I know it's going to be okay, but I'm grumpy about it. Of course, a normal optimist would be like, it's going to be great. This is going to be the best thing ever. We're going to have so much fun. We're going to love it. Everything's going to be just the way we want it to be. But the pessimist is going to be Eeyore. Well, they didn't love me anyway, or whatever is the normal pessimist. But a happy pessimist would go, you know what? I don't think it's going to work, but I know we're going to be okay. But it's not going to work. It's not going to happen, or whatever. That's a happy pessimist. Or they can just have an upbeat attitude, but they still don't think it's going to work. There's all sorts of different things, different kinds of things, different people, and how they deal with problems. I know in my own family, my wife Jennifer, she is a happy optimist. She is happy most of the time, and she is almost always optimistic. The problem with that is, and you may be surprised by this, but I am generally a pessimist. Now, I'm pretty happy pessimist most of the time, but there are times where, and by the way, us pessimists, we usually say, no, we're not pessimistic. We're realistic, and that's how we shroud the idea of being a pessimist. But I tend to think things maybe aren't going to work out the way that I want them to, or work out the best way that I think they should go. But I know that God will do the best thing, and so I can still be a pessimist, but a happy one at times. And it's not always the case. But Jennifer and I joke about it a lot. She always has that sort of idea that, nope, it's all going to work out, it's going to be perfect. And whereas I kind of say, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know that that's going to work. Either way, though, we all have the potential to look at the trouble around us, to look at the world around us, the problems around us, and see only what's not working. We all have that potential. Now, optimists, you may not have that as much potential as the realists do or the pessimists do, but we all at least have the capacity or the potential to look at the world around us and only see what's not working. And of course, there are people, probably in your life or in my life, or in our lives, that look around at our world and they look into our world and they only see what's not working, and with a critical spirit they'll tell you about it. that you're not doing this right, this isn't going to work, whatever that is. And so people do this to each other as well, sometimes with that critical spirit. But ultimately, we all, again, have the potential to look around it and see only what's not working. And that's a problem, because when we only see what's not working, all kinds of problems happen. We often miss the good. This would probably be the first and foremost problem. I'm going to try and block some of that sun with my head. There it is. Hopefully that's better. I can see that sun in the camera. But ultimately, what we're hoping for is that we don't miss the good. That we can be in a season where we're looking at everything seems to be not working right, or we don't like how it's going, and we miss the good. And when we miss the good, when the bad overcomes the good, or our eyes only see the bad and we can't see the good through the fog of the bad, when we get to those places, it usually steals our joy. It often creates fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The FUD factor creates anxiety and stress and worry and all sorts of things if the good is hiding behind the bad that only we think we can see. This is a huge problem. But today, because it's Thankful Thursday, that I want to tell you that we need to go beyond just our blessings journal. For a long time, for months, actually for years at Renew, I've been telling our people, keep a blessings journal. And at dinner time, get that thing out when you're at the table with your family. Ask questions like, where did you see God working today? Where did he show up in a big way? Where did you join him? And keep track of those. That way, when life starts to get out of control or frustrating, or you're mad, having a bad day, you go back to your blessings journal, and page after page after page, you're reminded of how good God is and all the good things that he did. This is great, but it's usually something that I've recommended at the end of the day. But today, I want to change it up and tell you, I think you should start your day, not with the blessings journal, but I want you to start your day by asking this simple question, and that is, what is going right today? I want you to really start out your day. Maybe not the first thing when you wake up in the morning, although that's a good time to. I've made that joke a lot. Like, my first prayer in the morning is, God, everything's going well so far, but I'm about to get out of bed. And it's not that kind of thing. But I mean in the morning, as you're getting ready or as you're getting your coffee or whatever, ask yourself, what's going right today? Hopefully you do this first thing, because that way all the craziness hasn't happened yet. But what are some of the things we could thank God for first thing in the day? When we say, what's going right today? Maybe it's that you have coffee, or that you remember that you woke up and that you have the ability to have another day, or at least you began another day. Maybe you can be thankful for the roof over your head or your home, or whatever it is, your healthy body or your semi-healthy body, but your ability to live, or whatever it is, your children. But to wake up in the morning and ask the question, what's going right today? And I would encourage you that as you go into your TOG time, you spend a little bit of time first thing in the morning with God, praying, reading your Bible, all those things. Before you start praying, maybe ask that question, what's going right today? And you can begin to keep track of those things, because if we can remember first thing in the morning, first thing, very beginning of the day, and we can make a great list of what's going right today, then those good things will be an anti-venom as we go into the rest of our day, as maybe critical spirit people come after us. Well, hopefully what happens is all of that good, as we ask that question, what is going right today, God? Remind me what is going right today already. Hopefully then what that does is we start our day that way. It's an anti-venom. It's an antitoxin, that the good of today, first thing in the morning, is a vaccine for us. So when we come across any evil, bad, disgusting things, that we're okay. Or maybe what's going right today is a preventative. It's preventative medicine, or it's part of our shield that protects us from the fiery darts. So I want to encourage you, when you get up in the morning, ask the question, what's going right today? Again, not at the end of the day. You can do that in your blessings journal. What happened today that was good? But by that point in time, sometimes it's veiled or hidden by all the bad, because we live in a world where bad things happen. But first thing in the day, start out with the exercise, what is going right today? And by the way, Psalm 126:3 is one of my favorite, and this can be your reason for asking the question. Psalm 126:3 says, the Lord has done great things for us, and we are glad. Of course, I think you could turn it around this way and say, the Lord has done great things for me, and I am glad. Of course, all of this Psalm 126, it's one of the Song of Ascents. We sing a song at Renew called the Song of Ascents as they're heading up into Jerusalem to worship. And they're singing these songs as they're ascending. But here's what Psalm 126 says, the whole thing. When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dream. Then our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongue with shouts of joy. Then they said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. The Lord has done great things for us, and we are glad. Restore our fortunes, O Lord, like streams in the Negeb. Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. That's an optimistic statement. That's good. He who goes out weeping, bearing the seed for sowing, shall come home with shouts of joy, bringing his sheaves with him. Of course, there's a great old hymn, Bringing in the Sheaves, that has to do with Psalm 126. So here it is, Thankful Thursday. What I want to encourage you to do is right now, after we finish this broadcast, maybe get out a piece of paper, maybe you get out a note on your phone and ask the question, what's going right today? Don't worry about all the things that need to be done. Don't worry about whether something's going to go the way you wanted it to or not. Start the day with the question, what's going right today? Because the Lord has done great things for you. He's done great things for you. He's done great things for me. He's done great things for us. And we are glad. You are glad, I hope. I am glad. And then, of course, Psalm 126:3 continues to play through our minds if we can begin our day that way. And that psalm and that question, what is going right today, is that anti-venom, antitoxin, vaccine, preventative medicine, our shield that keeps us going the rest of the day. All right, well, I love you. I'm thankful for you. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that right now. So I'm trying to end this quickly so you can spend some time asking that question today. What's going right today? Spend some time with Psalm 126. And before you go, please like or love the video, comment on it, and share it out. I'm going to play a little more music then from Toby Mac to finish up. The song that we were playing there at the beginning was Thankful for You by Toby Mac, and so I want to encourage you to go listen to that today. But I'm going to put up our Get Connected screen, and then there on Facebook, if you want to hang out and talk, that would be great. Would love to have you there. All right, we love you and thankful for you. Please like or love the video, comment on it, and share it before you go. Here's